Hello, happy Vlogmas, happy Saturday. I'm Jacqueline if you're new to my channel. I'm a corporate flight attendant. I'm trying out this Vlogmas thing, so this is a little bit different for my channel, but I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Okay, for Vlogmas today, I'm just going to do a little Q&A, and it's not the normal flight attendant Q&A that I usually do. It's more get to know me as a person Q&A. So first off, the question is, what is your favorite Christmas tradition? I just think everything about Christmas is magical. I love it. I love the lights. I love the food. I love having the tree up. Everything is just so exciting around Christmas time. And I can't think of a specific Christmas Day tradition, but my family is Italian, and on Christmas Eve, the Italians do the Feast of the Seven Fish, and that is my favorite Christmas tradition. Every year, my mom and dad cook a ton of seafood for the family for Christmas Eve, and I'm a huge seafood lover. I just think it's the best holiday meal. So the Feast of the Seven Fish is my favorite Christmas tradition. Next question, do you want to be famous? I don't think it would be that great to be famous, honestly. My mom and I actually talk about this a lot from the royal perspective. So we always talk about, wow, Kate Middleton married a prince and she probably has such a charming life and everything at the world is at her fingertips. But then on the flip side of that, you can't go to the mall. I love Target. I went the other day. I couldn't go to Target without being recognized. I feel like there are just a lot of drawbacks to being famous. I feel like some of the only good that could come out of fame is just having a big platform, and if you're using your platform to spread positivity or share good messages or help those who are lesser off or in need, like definitely that would be a good reason to have a huge following. But for the most part, I like my little internet following here on YouTube. I've only been recognized when I'm out and about 2 times. One was at the airport, which I feel like was kind of bound to happen because I'm a flight attendant and that's where you guys are used to seeing me. And the other time was at a breakfast joint. And this girl came up to me and was like, oh my gosh, I watch your videos all the time. I absolutely love them. And it was awkward, but it was fun. And then my husband was actually recognized one time. He was eating in a food court and someone came up to him and was like, oh my gosh, I know you, you're Jacqueline's husband. And he's like, okay. Yes, I am. I didn't know that many people were watching. So having my internet friends is a good level of fame. I wouldn't even call it that. I don't personally aspire to be any huge celebrity. Next question, what is your favorite TV show? I hate to admit it, but I love trash TV. I love trashy reality TV, everything about it. Any of the Real Housewives franchises, you will find me watching at any time. And I love Bravo because that's pretty much all they show. And then this is gonna sound a little bit morbid, but my other favorite show is Air Disasters on the Smithsonian Channel. If I'm home during the week at 10 a.m., I always make sure to have that show on. I think it's fascinating. I feel like I've learned so much from watching that show, and it's not a situation I ever wanna find myself in, but I just think being in the aviation industry and not having experienced that is what really makes it fascinating for me. And my husband Jonathan can't for the life of him figure out why I like watching that show. If I'm ever downstairs watching it and he comes into the room, he always says, I can't believe you're comfortable going to work after watching this show. So yeah, Air Disasters and trashy reality TV are my favorite shows. The next question on the list, did you ever have braces? Yes. I had braces put on at the ripe old age of 21. That was not how I wanted to enter adulthood, with braces on at a bar. And I just should have listened to my parents and gotten them when I was younger, especially because my mom always said, we will pay for your braces now. You still live at home. You're still under our insurance. Like, get the braces on. And I never did. I never wanted them. And then suddenly I started getting headaches, and it's because I had some crowding. My back teeth were growing in like kind of sideways and pushing my teeth together, so that was giving me headaches. And that's pretty much the only reason why I even decided to get braces, was so I wouldn't have headaches anymore. And I only had them for 8 months or 9 months. It wasn't anything really long, but again, being a 21-year-old with braces is like a little traumatic. And kids, if you have braces, make sure to wear your retainer. I always wore my retainer and my teeth have not shifted. Next question up, do you still have your childhood teddy bear? Kind of yes, kind of no. I didn't have a teddy bear as a child. I had a stuffed animal called Mr. Clown, and I do actually still have Mr. Clown. He is upstairs right now. And when I travel, I take him on trips and I pose him, like if I ever have an island layover and I have a pina colada, like I'll hold him in the pina colada with the beach in the background. Or he's posed in front of the Sydney Opera House, and he's been to the Great Wall of China. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen Mr. Clown before. He's like a flat Stanley, I think that's what they're called. But yeah, I carry him in my big To-Me tote when I go to new destinations or fun destinations, and he always gets like his little photo shoot. So he's not a teddy bear, but he is a plush stuffed animal. Clown, whatever you want to call it. All right, I was asked, do you ever cry in movies? Yes. I will cry in pretty much any movie that there is. I don't know if it's because I'm a Cancer and I don't follow the horoscope thing too closely, but apparently Cancers are emotional. And in my everyday life, I wouldn't say I'm emotional. I'm pretty level. But if I'm like lost in a movie, I will definitely cry. I was babysitting not that long ago and we watched Coco, and it wasn't my first time seeing that movie, but I knew what was coming up and I just lost it, and the kids probably thought I was crazy for being an adult woman like crying on the couch before anything sad or anything touching happened in the movie. But yeah, I will cry in movies. I actually cried this morning because the book I'm reading is just so beautiful and it got me, and it's the second time that I've cried while reading this book. And if you're curious, the book is called Anxious People by Frederick Bachman, and he is my all-time favorite author. He wrote A Man Called Ove, and I actually discovered him through his book My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. I picked it up at a garage sale for $1 because I thought the title sounded really interesting, and cried my eyes out in that book too. But the way he puts words on paper is just so beautiful, and his books aren't depressing. Like they're not books to make you sad. It's just touching, and his character development and the relationships throughout the book are just so beautiful. And yeah, eventually his books just always made me cry. He got me this morning, so I'm a crier. Okay, the next question is kind of redundant, but it's what's your opinion on reality TV? I give reality TV 2 big thumbs up. Like I said, my favorite shows are trashy reality TV shows, but also I like coming onto YouTube and just seeing what people do throughout their day. One of my favorite YouTubers started off as a beauty vlogger, and then she just started doing like day in my life vlogs, and I don't even watch her beauty vlogs that often anymore, but I will always make sure I am up to date on her day in my life vlogs. I just think as humans, we're curious to see how other people live, and that's just what I like watching. So my opinion on reality TV is it's great. Next question is, what is your favorite drink? And it didn't say alcoholic or non-alcoholic, so I'm just gonna list like 5 drinks that I like in both of the categories. I always start my day with coffee. Actually, I always start my day with a giant glass of water before I have my coffee. And as a kid, we were never allowed to drink soda when we were out at a restaurant. So water is my favorite drink. I know that sounds really boring. Put lemon in it, whatever. I love water. I love coffee. If I'm having an alcoholic beverage, tequila is my alcohol of choice. So I would probably order a Paloma, which is tequila and grapefruit juice and either club soda or Sprite or Squirt, whatever soda you want to use. Love a good Paloma. So that was 3. I don't really know if I could think of 5. I'm not a soda drinker and I'm not a juice drinker. So if I'm drinking something that's not water, it's either gonna be coffee or it's gonna be a Paloma. And obviously not right now because there's a baby on board. But yes, when I'm not pregnant, the 4 or 5 drinks that I choose to have throughout a year are generally Palomas. Next question, Titanic or The Notebook? I've never seen The Notebook, so I have to go with Titanic. Dogs or cats? I will not pick. I love dogs and I love cats. If you watch my vlog, my cats are always making appearances. I have 2 wonderful kittens. they're not really kittens, they're pretty old cats right now. Logan and Lola, they're upstairs sleeping. And I did have a dog. Unfortunately, he passed, but I love dogs and I love cats. And there's reasons why dogs are amazing, and then there's reasons why cats are amazing. And I'll just never pick one over the other. What is an item you cannot leave home without? I don't know if I could just pick one item, so I'm gonna say my purse. And in my purse, I have some things that I cannot live without. I have my chapstick. And if I'm not using chapstick brand, if I want a little color on my lips, I just discovered the NARS oil balm, and it's really hydrating and it gives your lips a pop of color. I'm obsessed with it right now. I've been using it like it's chapstick. I always have to have my chapstick in my purse. One terrible pregnancy symptom that I'm suffering from is heartburn, and even drinking water will give me heartburn. So the doctor has cleared me to chew on Tums when I get heartburn. So now I can't leave the house without Tums either. And then of course there's obvious things like my cell phone or my camera, especially now during Vlogmas since I'm trying to talk with you guys every day. Okay, next question. Do you believe in karma and do you believe in love at first sight? Yes, I believe in both of those things, absolutely. Especially love at first sight. I don't know if it was really love, but I remember the first time I met my husband and I just thought he was the most attractive man I had ever seen. And I almost felt, so we met playing on a softball team and he walked into the dugout. I was already in there and I almost felt like he was kind of walking in like slow motion. And I know it sounds so cheesy. It's so ridiculous. And I'm not like trying to be mushy, but this is legit how it happened for me. I just thought he was so good looking, and at that moment I wanted to know like everything about him. So is that love at first sight, or is that me just thinking, oh my God, look at this really good looking man walking into my life right now? I don't know, but it all worked out in the end. Next question, can you impersonate anyone famous? Yes, I do a really good Cher impression. I am obsessed with her. She is a queen, she is classic, and I can sing like her in some of her songs. I'm definitely not gonna do it right now. I've like already feel myself blushing just sharing that with you. But yes, I do a very good Cher impression. I used to be so confident in this skill that I wanted to work in Vegas as a Cher impersonator. Not that I look like her or that I could be that glamorous, but I felt like I make my voice sound like Cher. Like I could do this live kind of impersonation thing. So anyway, yeah, that's the only impersonation I can do is Cher. All right, last but not least, what is your pizza order? This is a very important question because pizza is a very important topic. I like a slice of pizza with mushrooms on it, and I also like for it to be ran through that little conveyor belt oven 2 times. I like a thin, crunchy crust. When I fold my pizza in half, I want to hear that crunch and I want to see the crust break apart a little bit. Not heavy on the sauce, not heavy on the cheese. Okay, that's it for my Q&A today. I want to keep it short. I want to keep it sweet. It's the weekend. I know we all have things to do. So thank you for being here. Thank you for doing Vlogmas with me. Please leave me a thumbs up for this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will talk with you guys every day from now until Christmas. Thanks for watching.